Hey guys, welcome to Club Cal Online. My name is Grace and I'm here with Crystal and we're gonna take you through a lower body strength workout. For your equipment, you'll need a few things for today's workout. First, you'll need a bench or a chair or a coffee table, something that you can do a step up onto. The other thing that we have here is a dumbbell. If you have a dumbbell or kettlebell at home, that works great. If not, a backpack full of books or other heavy objects will work. We also have a slider. So for you guys at home, anything that will slide along the floor surface that you're working with is perfect. So a towel on a wood floor works really well. If you're working on carpet, a paper plate, plastic plate, something like that, Frisbee works really well. We also have a couple bands. So we have these small looped bands, and then we also have our crossover symmetry bands. If you guys don't have these at home or wherever you're working out, you can totally still do the workout. I'll give you an option to kind of do the exercise without the band. If you do have them, awesome, grab them. If not, no worries, you can still do today's workout, all right? So we are actually going to start with some body weight squats as a warm-up. So bringing your feet about shoulder width apart, you're just gonna squat down as low as you're comfortable with and back up for 30 seconds. And all we're doing here is just trying to warm up the lower body. Good, and what I want you to focus on here on these squats is actively pulling your knees out to the side. So really starting to get those outer hips warm and active. Today's workout is gonna focus on single leg strength and single leg stability. So we're really gonna warm up those stabilizer muscles really well before we get to it. Good, guys. Let's take another 2 reps into that squat, pulling the knees wide, actively not letting them collapse inward, and beautiful. All right, now we're gonna grab our small band, our loop band, and you're gonna put it right either just below the kneecap or just above the kneecap. My personal preference is just below, but you can try above. If you don't have a band, you can still do this same exercise. We're gonna do a monster walk. So you're gonna come down into kind of a half squat. Now the goal here is to pull the knees wide. If you don't have a band, still pull wide as though there was a band resisting against you. You're gonna take 3 steps forward. Yep, and then you're gonna take 3 steps back. And we're gonna go for 30 seconds. Good, if you have the band, your goal is to not let that band pull your knees inward. You're actively pulling them out wide. Very nice. And you don't have to be in a super low squat. Crystal's a great example here. She's got kind of a half squat position. And it doesn't take very long before you feel those hips working. Yeah, see if you can get just a little bit lower. Yeah, yeah, there it is, there it is. Good, last 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're gonna pair that with some clam shells, yeah. So what we're doing is we're warming up our stabilizer muscles. These are gonna be really important when we get into our single leg work, okay? So you're gonna find some space on the floor, and again, you can do this with or without, let's see, I'll go this way, with or without those bands. You're gonna be on your side, hips are stacked, heels are squeezing together, and you're just gonna take this top knee up and down. We wanna try not to let the hips roll backwards. We wanna keep them stacked the whole time, okay? You can either do it, let's go ahead and begin. Let's do 30 seconds. Either do it with the band if you have it. If not, you're doing it just like I am here. No extra resistance, but you're still gonna feel those outer hips working. On our bands, this is our light band, and it's still pretty heavy. There's quite a bit of resistance there, so Crystal's definitely feeling those hips. But again, what this does is it gets our stabilizer muscles ready for that single leg stability work. Good, let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's roll it over, hit that other side. Exact same thing. We got 30 seconds here, and begin. And even if you guys are working without the band, you're still gonna feel it. You're still gonna feel it right on the outside of the hip. Crystal might be wishing that she didn't have a band at this point. It's a lot, yeah, it's a lot. I love, love, love using the mini bands to warm up for a leg workout. Good, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. We're gonna come back to those 2 exercises, but for now, go ahead and put that band off to the side. We're just gonna take some side lunges. So you guys will stand up with the legs nice and wide, toes turned out slightly, keeping the heels on the ground. You're gonna bend the knees, sit the hips back as low as you can, and then all the way back up to center. We got 30 seconds. Go for it. We'll be working with this movement today, with this position. And just like you did with the bands and those squats, same idea. We don't want this knee to collapse in. Actively pull it out to the side. Good. Warming up those ankles a little bit as well. If you struggle with balance or stability, this is a really good workout for you today, just working that single leg stability. And rest. Awesome. Okay, let's do one more round of each. Grab the band, we'll do the monster walks, the clam shells, the side lunges, and then we'll get into our first strength movement. Although this might feel like strength right away. Yeah. All right, let's do the monster walks for 30 seconds and go for it. Good, good, good. If anyone has been in physical therapy for their back or for their hips or knees, you've probably seen this movement, right? This is a great, great, great exercise to build strength and stability in the knees and in the hips. Good. Yep, it's tough. It burns a lot, but really good for those lower body joints. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Excellent. All right, we're going into those clam shells next, 30 seconds per side, with or without the band. She's keeping the band. I like it. And begin. 30 seconds. Awesome. Yep, and we really want to make sure that the hips stay stacked and that that top hip isn't rolling backwards. If you find yourself doing that, maybe take a smaller lift with the knee. Good, last 10. Five, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Let's roll it over, get that other side. This is just the warm up, guys. Can you believe it? All right, here we go, and begin. Awesome. Good. And give a little squeeze with those heels. We want those heels squeezing together just a little bit. Perfect. How's that feel? Love it. Awesome. All right. Great. Great. Yeah, these are so, so good for the hips, so good for the knees and the lower back. Beautiful. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Good job. All right. All right, we're gonna stand it up, lose that band. We've got another set of side lunges. And this time we're gonna add a little stretch at the end of those side lunges. All right, so 30 seconds, just like we did before, and go for it. Good, yep, getting those crackles out, yep. Hips are popping, ankles are popping. And just go as low as your range of motion is today. If it's lower than Crystal's, awesome. If it's not as low, that's okay too. It's gonna look a little different for everyone. Think about really sending those hips back behind you, like there's a chair behind you. Good, last 3, 2, and we're gonna take this into a stretch. So go ahead and go over to one side. And if you want, you can bring the hands to the ground. You can press that knee out to the side. We're gonna hold this for about 30 seconds. You're probably gonna feel an inner thigh stretch here. This little bit of inner thigh stretch will help us with our first strength movement. Good, yep, and then let's bring it over to the other side. So same thing, just about 30 seconds on this side. As you can see, Crystal is super low at the hips. She also even has her heel on the ground, which is awesome. If you're really tight here and that heel has to pop up, you can do that if it feels okay on your knee. Good, yep, she's making this look easy. But again, guys, if your side lunge is here today, it's fine. Work with what you got. It gets better over time. But it does take some time. All right, and go ahead and stand up out of it. The first movement that we're gonna do today, the first strength movement, is gonna be a sliding side lunge. So this is where you're gonna need your slider. We're using a slider on kind of a yoga mat towel. So you're gonna start off with feet together. One of your feet is gonna be on that slider. Then you're gonna slide out into that side lunge. So the leg that I'm standing with, I'm gonna bend the knee, I'm gonna send my hips back and sit as low into the side lunge as I can, and then use the strength of this leg to come back up. A common mistake I see on this one is people taking their hips out to the center, and then they end up in this wide split, and you're probably not gonna get back out of this. So make sure that you're kind of sitting into it like you would a squat, right? So sending the hips backwards so that your weight stays on this leg. As soon as you bring your weight out, there's no coming back. So we're gonna do 5 reps per side. Guys, if you'd like to add some weight, you can grab that dumbbell or that backpack, but these are pretty challenging as it is. We're gonna do 5 reps per side, ready? Yeah. And here we go for 1. Good, 2. And go ahead and get 5 reps at your own pace. And even if you guys are pretty flexible, you might not be going super low, right? You're going as low as you can while still being able to come back out of it. Yeah, so go ahead and get 5 reps per side. If you'd like, you can kind of follow along with Crystal's pace or whatever your pace is. If you're going really low, it might take you a little bit longer. And what this does, the slider makes it so that you can't use that other leg, right? You have to use that standing leg to get in and out of this movement. Woo! Yeah, okay. In between, we're gonna do a little bit of ankle mobility. So you're gonna come down onto the floor. We're gonna start in this kind of combat position. And you're gonna start first by putting some weight on top of the thigh. So you'll first feel kind of an Achilles stretch here. Then we're gonna shift forward and try to bring that knee towards the floor. And then you're gonna shift back into the Achilles stretch. And we're just gonna go back and forth. Just kind of stretching out the Achilles. We'll go for about 20 seconds, stretching out the toes. This is our rest time in between our strength sets. You can also, if you're going pretty hard on the sliding side lunges, you can just chill here and not do the mobility, but we're finding ways to make use of our rest time here. Good, and let's go ahead and switch it over to the other side. And you might not be getting that knee all the way to the floor, and that's okay. This is a pretty intense stretch on the feet and on the toes, so go easy if you need to here. Just a great way to give our feet and our toes some love. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Good, good, good. Awesome. All right, let's go into our second set. We're going to do 3 sets of this, by the way, with that mobility in between. Now, you've done it once already. You know what it feels like. You know what 5 reps feels like. If it felt a little easy, add some weight. If it was a little bit too challenging, maybe don't go as low. Or if you have something, something you can hold on to help you out of it, that's a great way to scale this down. Okay, let's do it, guys. Let's take some time, get 5 reps per side, getting as low as you can. And like I said, even with no weight at all, this is already a tough movement. So again, really challenge yourself here. Those last 2 reps should be a little bit of a struggle, right? It should be tough. If it's not, it's time to add some weight. Good. Challenging enough?
I think so.
Okay, great, great. Yeah, this is a hard movement. All right. Especially for those of you guys who are really mobile and you are getting really low, that's gonna make it extra challenging, right? Because you have more length that you have to travel. Or if you have really long legs like Crystal, that's more and more length that you have to travel here. Awesome, lady, looking good. Notice how she's sitting her hips backwards, keeping the weight on the standing leg. All right, guys, if you're at home and you still have a couple more reps, go ahead and finish them up. And then we're gonna meet back down in that combat position, about 20 seconds per side of that same movement. All right, and begin. Awesome. Yep, you'll notice Crystal's going really slow, which is a good thing, right? Kind of feeling out the movement, seeing how much weight she can handle on that foot. Love this one. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. We took it a little longer. We took it to about 30 seconds, but that's okay. Our ankles and feet could use the love, right? And when you guys are on the way back, you might be able to get that heel all the way to the floor, or you might not. It's just really going to depend on your ankle mobility, so take it as far as you're able to, as far as is comfortable. Remember, we're all at a different place in our journey with our strength and our mobility. And rest. All right, guys, let's go into it. Round 3, 5 reps per side of that sliding lunge. Scale it up or down as needed. Make it harder, make it easier, whatever you need to do. This is our last set. All right, ready. Let's do it. And I don't know about you, but I think these are way harder than just like a regular side lunge. Yeah. It's just that slider really makes it so that you can't use anything else but that standing leg. Yeah, she's feeling it. Feeling the quads probably, feeling the glutes a little bit as well. Woo-hoo-hoo, good job. Yes. So you guys at home, work through those 5 reps per side. Good. Notice the knee. If you guys can see her knees, she's not letting that knee collapse inward. She's actively pulling it wide, just like we did with those monster walks. Working that outer hip stability. Nice. Lovely. All right, good job. All right, we are going to move on. If you guys would like to get more sets of that in, a 4th set, a 5th set, go ahead and pause the video, get a couple more sets in, and then we're gonna move on. But we're gonna move on to a combo movement. This is kind of 2 movements put together, and it's gonna continue to work and challenge that single leg strength and stability. So this is where you're gonna need your bench or chair or platform. You may choose to use your weight, you might not. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a reverse lunge facing your bench. So I'm gonna use my left leg as my forward leg. So I'm gonna step back into my lunge, then I'm gonna come forward, then with the same leg that was forward, I'm gonna step up onto the bench, right? And it's all about stability. We're not necessarily going for speed. When you come back down, try to control that negative as much as possible. And then we're gonna repeat on the same side. My left leg is forward, my left leg steps up onto the bench, okay? So we're gonna do 5 reps total. Each rep is the lunge and then the step up, okay? So just like we did before, I'm gonna give you guys some time to work through this on your own. And if you'd like, you can kind of follow Crystal's pace, stepping back, stepping up. So she's starting with her left leg forward as well. Remember, whatever leg is forward in your lunge, that's the leg that comes up onto the bench, so that we're working the same leg on both of these movements. And again, there's no rush here. This one is about strength and stability. Good, control the negative on the way down. Yes, that's nice. So it's only 5 reps, but it's kind of like you're doing 10 because each rep is 2. Yeah, nice. If you guys feel like you're getting a little wobbly here, you can move your chair or bench to a wall or something that you can kind of hold on to. Other side. Okay, she's on her other side, but guys, if you're still working on that first side, no rush. I'll definitely give you guys a little extra time near the end here so that we can get all of our reps in. This squishy bench is challenging Crystal a little bit extra, right? It's not quite as firm, so you can see her ankle is really working to balance. It's a little bit of extra stability challenge here. Well done, well done. You might feel your heart raise a little bit. We're working our biggest muscle groups. They require a lot of oxygen, so it might feel like a little bit of cardio. Okay, guys, if you have more reps to finish up, go ahead and finish up. I'm gonna show you your next exercise. We're gonna pair this with a little bit of core. We got lots of oblique work today. So this is where you're gonna grab your dumbbell or your backpack, and we're just gonna do some side bends. So you're gonna stand up with the weight in one hand, and you're gonna side bend over to one side, kind of reaching that weight down towards your knee. Then you're gonna use your obliques on this side to pull back up. What we don't wanna do, I'll kind of show this from the side, is we don't wanna curl forward or pike through the hips. We wanna keep a straight line, like you're in between two walls, right? And you're going straight to the side, straight up, okay? And this is what we're gonna do for time, 30 seconds per side. All right, first side, and begin. Yep, we're going to the side, back up. Good, yep, Crystal's doing a great job of staying straight. Again, imagine that visual, right? You've got a wall right in front of you, you got a wall right behind you, so you can't bend forward or back, you have to go directly sideways. If you're really tight in your obliques, that range of motion might be small. It's all good, do what you can. I think a little bit of a superset here, some lower body with some core. 3, 2, 1, and let's switch it over to the other side. We got 30 seconds here. Awesome, awesome job. And this is one that a lot of people can really go pretty heavy on, so feel free to really pack that backpack with weights, especially if this round doesn't feel super challenging. 10 more seconds here. Very nice. You might even feel a stretch, right? At that end range of motion. That's kind of an added bonus. Do you feel that? Yeah. Yeah, a little bit of stretch right here, and then strengthen as you come up, and rest. All right, you guys, let's go into round 2. We're doing 3 rounds, by the way. I'll give you some time to do 5 reps of your lunge to step up, okay? Scale it up or down as needed. Whenever you're ready, go for it. Ways to make this movement more challenging. Obviously, you can always add weight. A higher platform will make it more challenging. Ways to make it easier, lower platform, reduce weight. Bring your platform near a wall or something else that you can hold on to kind of help you up and down. Excellent, yep. She's really working that stability. That's a huge part of this movement. Good, awesome, negative. Woo, good job, good job. All right, she's moving on to the other side. You guys at home, take your time. If you're not there yet, it's all good. And again, really focus on that negative. Try not to just let gravity pull you down and slam you down to the floor, but resist a little bit as you come down. It is gonna make it more challenging, yes. Great way to work that balance. Love it. So nice. How you feeling?
Oh, good.
Good, okay. Good, good. Last one? Okay, great. All right, you guys at home, finish up those last reps. We're gonna move on to our second set of those side bends. If you need to adjust the weight, so if you wanna put more weight, less weight in your backpack, go ahead and pause the video, adjust that weight, and when you're ready, we'll get to it. 30 seconds, and go for it. Just a reminder, guys, at any point, you can always pause the video if you need a little extra rest time. If you need a drink of water, you can always pause the video and come back to it when you're ready. If you're feeling good and you just want to cruise right through, awesome. That's what we're making Crystal do today. Just cruising, just cruising. Yeah. Last 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. Let's bring that weight over to the other side and begin. Remember our form cues, right? 2 walls, one directly in front, one directly in back. You're going straight to the side, keeping that little bit of a hollow body, right? So the rib cage isn't poking out, it's staying engaged. Good job. We're about halfway through on this side. This one I always feel like isn't very challenging in the moment, but then the next day, it's all sore through here. 3, 2, and rest. Awesome job, guys. We're headed into our third round. Reverse lunge to step up, and then we'll do one more set of those side lunges, all right? So whenever you guys are ready, let's get to it. And again, we want to make sure that these strength movements are challenging enough. Your last rep or 2 reps should feel tough. It should feel like a little bit of a struggle. And if that's not the case, again, find ways to make it more challenging, add more weight, higher platform. If you're not able to even make it through all 5 reps, that might mean it's a little too challenging. Find a way to scale it down. You know, you can do this on, if you need a lower platform, on like a stair. If you have stairs in your house, good job, good job. You can do a lower platform. Lots of ways to scale this movement up or down so that the rep count is appropriate for your level. Awesome. We're working with kind of a challenging platform here. 1, because of the height, but 2, it's a little bit unstable. So she's getting lots of challenge today. Beautiful. It is, yeah, it is. Well, and anytime you add balance to a strength movement, it just adds that extra element of challenge, right? The difference between a regular deadlift and a single leg deadlift is huge. All right, we ready to do our last round of core? Let's do it. Okay, 30 seconds, go for it. Getting it done, working those obliques. We got a little accessory work, little conditioning after this. It's going to continue to work that single leg stability, also continue to work the obliques. Whew. Yeah. Awesome. We're almost there, guys. Last 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch it over to the other side. This is our last set and begin. If you guys are working with pretty challenging weight, this is going to challenge your grip strength as well. Just holding on to that dumbbell. That can be a fair amount of work just in itself. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Feeling it, okay. Excellent, excellent. We're about halfway through on this side. And we'll take a little bit of a break before we move on to our accessory work. Awesome job, Crystal. Keep it up at home, guys. We got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and break time. Awesome job. All right. Let's take a quick stretch before we move on to our conditioning. So you can either do this standing or you can do it seated, but we're going to take a figure 4 and just stretch those hips. Yeah, you can. We've been standing, doing a lot of one-legged stuff, so go ahead and have a seat if that's what feels good. This is a great opportunity to grab some water if you guys need it. And we're going to finish with just a little bit of conditioning. Nothing too crazy. It'll get your heart rate up a little bit, but not like Coach Seth's workouts. That's not quite like that. And go ahead and switch sides. Does that feel good? Good. Good. All right, you guys can stay in that stretch. I'm gonna walk you through the 3 exercises that you'll be doing. We're gonna do 3 rounds of them. I'm gonna move this bench out of the way just a little bit, just so you have some space. So the first one is gonna be a jumping exercise, but it really, again, is working that single leg stability. So you're gonna jump off 2 legs, land on 1 leg, and your goal is to try and stick that landing. So it looks like this. I'm gonna jump off 2, I'm gonna go forward a little bit, I'm gonna land on 1 leg, pause to stick the landing. Okay, then you're gonna go back, same thing, jump off 2, land on 1, try to stick that balance. Lots of options here, guys. If you're feeling a little fatigue or you have knee or ankle injuries, really be careful on this one. Landing on that 1 leg can be a little intense. Another option here is to land on the 1 leg, but then have the other toe kind of off to the side, right? So that it's there for help. If it's really too much on your ankles and knees, guys, you're gonna jump off 2 legs, land on 2, and try to stick the balance that way. Totally fine. We're gonna do 5 per side. This is another one that you can do near a wall that you can reach out for, just in case. The second one that we're gonna do is called a Pallof Press. So this is where you're gonna use your long band, and you're gonna stand sideways to the anchor. And you're gonna start with that handle right at your chest. Right here, you should already feel some resistance. Your goal is to not let that band pull you this way, either through the hips or the trunk. So hips are facing directly forward. You're gonna take those hands, press forward and back. So I'm not feeling quite enough resistance, so I'm gonna step out and back. So this is working the hips, right? You're trying really hard not to turn. It's working the obliques. You're gonna get a little shoulder work as well. That's gonna be 10 per side. Then we're gonna finish with just a single leg calf raise. So you can reach for the wall or something else for support, and we're gonna go 30 seconds per side. Okay, if you're not getting any lift on single leg, you can do both legs, okay? We got 3 rounds of this, and then we are done. So we're gonna start off with those jumps, guys. Again, go ahead and work through on your own. Do 5 on one side, 5 on the other side. Don't rush through it. Your goal is to stick that landing. Nice, Crystal. And keep in mind, your legs are fatigued, right? We've done a lot before this. So if you feel kind of wobbly and sticking that landing's not happening, it's okay. Nice. That was a solid one. You'll have one side that's better than the other too, right? You'll have one side that maybe you stick every single one, and then the other one is a little more like this. That's okay. Nice. Good, good, good. And guys, don't feel like this has to be your biggest jump ever. It's not a super high or even a super far jump. That's not what we're focusing on. We're focusing on that stable landing. There we go. Good. Feel free to use the arms however you need to. They can go out, they can go up. Nice. I feel like they're getting better as you go. Yeah. Jump off 2, land on 1. Good. We got 5 per side. All right, guys. If you guys at home still have a couple more reps in, go ahead and get them in. We're gonna start moving to that Pallof Press. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. If you don't have a band at home, you guys are gonna do a side plank over arch, I almost forgot, where you're gonna start in a side plank, and you're gonna drop your hips down to the floor and then press them up. Okay, 10 reps per side. This can also be done on the knees, okay, dropping the hips down and up. So if you don't have a band, that's what you're gonna work on. It's gonna work similar muscles that we're working in this one, right? Obliques, hips, shoulders. Okay. All right, I'll count you guys out for this one. So set up with that band, that handle right at the chest, hips stable, and here we go for 1. Good. 2, make sure you have enough resistance that it's challenging. 3, nice. 4, make sure those hips stay directly forward. 5, again, hip stability. 6, name of the game today. 7, 8, woo, yeah. 9, obliques again, and 10. Good. When you flip it around, try to make sure that your feet are in the same spot. If you're on your side plank, you're just rolling over to the other side. Here we go for 1. Good. 2, don't let anything rotate. Nice. 3, 4, 5, yes, 6, she's working hard. I can see it. 7, really fight against that rotation. 8, hips, obliques, shoulders. 9, so good, so good. And 10, woo, oh man. She was working on that one. All right, let's go into that single leg calf raise, 30 seconds per side, and begin. As you notice, Crystal's using the squat rack for support. This is a tough one to do freestanding. It really requires a lot of stability. You can try it out. If that's not happening for you, use a wall, use something to hold on to, use a table, whatever you got. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's switch it to the other side. Doing all this single leg work is also a great way to to one, notice your imbalances and also to work through them, right? When we're only working one calf at a time, the other leg can't take over. The strong leg can't take over and do most of the work. So it really forces us to kind of even out those imbalances. Good, and address them. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, crew, we have 2 more rounds, starting with the jumps. Jump off 2 legs, land on 1, do 5 per side, and go for it. And remember, guys, to challenge yourself, but keep it safe, right? Like, it's not worth it if you roll an ankle on this exercise. So if you got to jump off 2 legs, land on 2 today, it's totally fine. Keep those ankles safe. But also make sure to challenge yourself. If you're doing a few reps and you're like, I got this is easy, maybe you make that jump a little farther. Maybe you aim for a little more height on the way up. Nice. Woo. Remember, this is gonna get more challenging as those legs fatigue, so. Ooh, nice soft landing. Yes. Beautiful. Although it seems like yours are getting better as we go along. So yeah, that's either way is great. Good, notice the knees falling inward on that squat. Try to keep them wide. Woo. 5 per side? Yeah. Okay. All right, if you guys have a couple more reps at home, go ahead and get those done. We're gonna move into our Pallof Press or your side plank over arch. 10 reps, all right? Let's set it up. And 1, 2, 3, good. 4, really fight against that rotation. 5, okay, 6, 7, good, good, good. You got it, Crystal. 8, 9, and 10. Woo. Flip it around, make sure you're in the same distance from your anchor. And here we go for 1, 2, yes, 3, 4, beautiful, 5, woo, 6, 7, nice, 8, stabilize those hips, 9, and 10. That's awesome. All right, let's do those single leg calf raises. Guys, we're almost there. We got single leg calf raises, then 1 more round, and then we're gonna slow it down and stretch it out. All right, let's do it. Good. Good, and you might feel it all the way up your leg, right? If you're feeling your calf raises in your glutes, that's okay, that's normal, right? You're also balancing here, and that's gonna require your entire leg. Ooh, yeah, I know. Last 3, 2, and 1, other side. And guys at home, if you know, you're really fatiguing and you're not getting much lift in that calf, another option is to go up on 2 and down on 1, right? Up on 2, down on 1. So you're still getting that single leg calf negative. Little over halfway. Crystal's feeling it. I can tell. Just holding on to that squat rack for dear life. It's hard. It's single leg calf raises are no joke, man. 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, we are so close to being done. We have 1 more round of these exercises, and then we're gonna stretch it out. All right, let's keep the quality of our movement high as we go through this last round, okay? 5 reps, jumps, and go for it. Remember to challenge yourself. Keep yourself safe as well. Nice. Oh, nice save. Nice save. Use the arms for balance if you need to. Oh, that's nice. She's crushing these landings. Good. Good. See if you can soften that landing a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. It does require a little bit more control to try and soften that landing. But if you're feeling comfortable with your landings, that's kind of the next step there. Nice. That's great. Good, Good. Doing awesome. Doing awesome. A little bit of cardio going on here. You're gonna feel that heart rate elevate a little bit because we're jumping. Good job. Got 5. All right. Awesome job, guys. If you have a couple more reps, go ahead and finish them up. We'll start moving into that next exercise. All right, you guys are either doing that press with the band or you're doing that side plank overarch. Last 10 reps, let's make them really, really good and clean. And 1. Awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Awesome job, Crystal. 7, 8. Way to keep those hips forward. That's awesome. 9 and 10. Woo! It's a tough movement. It doesn't feel too challenging when you're here, but as soon as you get out, it's game changer. All right, here we go. 10 reps and 1, 2, 3. Good. Last time we're doing this. Make it good. 4, 5, 6. Don't let anything rotate. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Big press. And 10. Whew. Guys, we're almost there. We're so close. Calf raises, and then it's stretch time, okay? 30 seconds, and begin. Whew. Good job, you guys. And remember, if that single leg calf raise is not happening for you, if you're not really getting any height out of it, 2 on the way up, 1 on the way down is a great way to regress this movement. This is tough stuff, you guys. These exercises are not meant to be easy, so if it's challenging your muscles and your cardiovascular system, go ahead and switch sides. That's a good thing, right? We want a little bit of challenge on our bodies to get stronger. The more you do this, the easier it will become. Very nice. Got about 10 more seconds on this side. Good. Got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. If you guys are at a wall, we're gonna go ahead and use this to stretch our calves. So you're gonna bring one foot back. You're gonna push the heel towards the floor. It might touch the floor, it might not. Then you're just gonna lean your body forward at the same time pushing that heel down. You're gonna feel an amazing stretch in the calf, in the muscles that we just worked. Also a great opportunity to start taking some deep breaths. We're done. There's no more jumping around, so you can slow down that heart rate, kind of start to relax a little bit. How you feeling?
I like it. Yeah, it's good.
Good, good.
It's great.
Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And let's go ahead and switch sides. And release it. If you guys want to stretch more at home, feel free. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this leg workout, and we'll see you next time.